We are at the entrance of Mount Kenya Wildlife Conservancy, neighboring the Mount Kenya Safari Club. You can actually see around there, we can see the zebras, quite a number, although they are quite a far distance. So we are entering the Mount Kenya Wildlife Conservancy, which clearly offers sanctuary to the injured, orphaned, and mostly frightened, and probably even some abused wildlife. Right, you can see zebras, quite a number of zebras. We're at the entrance there. You can see that there's a horse, people coming in and going out. We're just at the entrance, coming in. There we are. All right, it's a bit of a cold season, but we are here. Basically, the Mount Kenya Wildlife Conservancy is actually near Mount Kenya Safari Club. It's actually on that side. If you look at the right as you go upwards, then on the lower side is actually the orphanage. So they are neighbors, and it was actually founded by Kina William Walden. Actually, it's been in existence since the 1960s. It was actually established as a non-profit in 2004, and it has quite a number of different species which have been clearly in existence for quite a number of time. And I think the purpose basically of the orphanage was basically to rehabilitate and rescue injured wildlife, and some of them actually have had human wildlife conflict, and there is the Fairmount, and then on the other side, as you can see now, is the orphanage. So one side you can actually just come in and have your lunch, then go and have look at the wildlife at the orphanage while you have maybe lunch at the Fairmount. There we are. It's actually the entrance. You have to come in first, pay in, because you sometimes actually have to like rescue. You can see like this one is one of the lionesses, and you know actually the lionesses are the ones who won the world hunt. We also have llamas. We have llamas over there. Yeah. Yes, there we are. We had quite a number of tourists. So if you look at this, you actually interact with free roaming bongos, ostriches, llamas. Like here, we actually had the rock hylax. Is a small mammal native to the region. It was actually part of. It was inside there. I think it was hiding from the humans. There it is. An ostrich. You know, the kick of actually of an ostrich can cause death. It's quite strong. So even the ostrich had actually been rescued. One thing about, I think the only one that breeds, they allow breeding is the endangered bongo antelope, so that they can actually send it out. That was an owl. We had a giraffe, a small giraffe that had also been rescued. I think it was around like a few months. I think we were told it was around 5 months. Yeah. So the giraffe was just there. It was being fed, people taking pictures. All right. Still the antelopes. There are quite a number of animals that we saw from manga baboon, which is a hybrid born from a rescued baboon, golden, with a golden, which interbreeded with a golden bellied mangobli, which can't actually reproduce. There were caracol cats, which are also rescued as kittens. There you can see the lioness and the lions. One thing I like about this place is actually, as you enter, you can see the free roaming bongos, the ostriches, the llamas. Here we are actually able to see the lions. And there was also there was even an injured leopard, which has actually been named Azizi, who remains in permanent care for safety reasons. And also, of course, there is a 3-paw cheetah rescued from human-wild conflict, though there is no breeding ready for the big cats, including even the lions. Look at the lions there. Like they were ready for food, meat time, for them to be fed. You can actually adapt or support the orphanage. We also saw rare pata monkeys. There were buffaloes. There were 2 buffaloes. Basically, how this particular conservancy evolved is during the 1960s, 70s, there was actually a poaching surge, and the orphanage actually began to rescue more animals and collaborate with the Kenya Wildlife Services on restocking programs, which of course included sending Mount Bongos to the place so that they would actually be rescued. And the one thing, the 3 pillars about this particular orphanage is that they do the animal orphanage, then the Mount Bongo, which of course are critically endangered species. They do breeding and rewilding. They now rehabilitate them back to the wild. Yes, you can see there we actually saw quite a number of monkeys. Then now we have the Seychelles giant tortoise. The Seychelles monkey tortoise. Sorry, the Seychelles giant tortoise. Then the llamas, Here they are. One of the interesting animals I found there was an injured loco of note like leopard that they've named Aziza, who is actually permanently in their care, basically because of the issue of conflict, human-wildlife conflict had been rescued. There we had also had elards. There was actually hiding. We had guinea fowl. This was actually a manga bone, a hybrid born from a rescued baboon and a golden-bellied mangabe, which can't really reproduce. Then we had now the tortoise. Very interesting place to actually come. It's basically a rescue center. And visitors can adopt or foster animals with donating or supporting vital veterinarian or nutritional or rehabilitation efforts. Bye.